Hi, this is Kevin Souza. There are 9 reasons people keep believing they'll fail. It's important that we address these issues because aren't you sick and tired of not believing that you can succeed? There are so many issues, a lot more than 9, as to why people keep believing that they'll fail. But I'm going to address 9 of them in this video. And what I hope it will do is stimulate your thoughts and your subconscious mind so that you can identify and pinpoint the reason why you keep believing that you fail. I don't care what anybody says. Belief is a choice. And when you believe the same things over and over and over again, it forms a habit. And that habit causes you to believe that what you believe is true, even if it's not. And that's not only a good thing, but a very bad thing. Too many people believe that success is not possible for them. That's number 1. Why? Is it because when they were born they were slapped? Is it because while they were growing up their parents said, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, you can't do this, you can't do that, in an effort to protect us? Is it because you heard something in the news that was negative that you started to believe because your eyes were glued to that television set? Or from the radio days, you were listening to the radio and listening to the bad news of the world? Or your parents maybe were reading the newspaper and they read things that were bad, because that's all that news does, is give you bad news, programs you to believe that everything is not good and you need to not trust things and so forth. Is it because classmates laughed at you when you failed at something? Is that why? Those are all of the above reasons, and there's a lot more why people believe that success is not possible for them. I'm here to tell you that success is possible for you. Change your belief instantly, and then habitually ask yourself questions. Why is success possible for me? Ask yourself that question in those exact words. The answers will come from your subconscious. You can't see those answers unless you ask that question. So that's number 1 reason why people keep believing that they'll fail, is they believe that success is not possible for them. You know, some people have tried before, failed, quit, and then erroneously believe that they cannot succeed at the same type of thing. That's ridiculous. Okay, that's like a little girl learning how to jump rope. She trips over the rope a few times, and so she tried, she failed because she tripped over the rope a few times, and now she erroneously does not believe that she can succeed at jump roping. You can name all kinds of examples where not believing you can succeed because you tried something before and failed is erroneous thinking. When you try something and you fail, but you really want the end result of what you're trying, you keep trying, don't you? Why do I believe that I can succeed at something that I failed at once before? That's a question you can ask yourself to help overcome that belief. Believing that you'll fail is something that you want to reprogram your mind to get away from, because frankly, anyone can succeed at anything that they put their mind to, and the world is full of proof of that. It really is. Number 3 is people that really love and respect you will do everything in their power to convince you that success is not possible in the endeavor of your choice, and you actually allow those well-meaning people to steal your dream. Why is success possible for me in this endeavor is a good question to ask yourself. We allow people to control our thinking. Why? You have your own mind and your own dreams and your own goals. Put a value on that. And don't let anybody take that away from you. That's vitally important when it comes to success. That's why I talked about that. Number 4, people know others who failed at the same thing they're attempting, so they quickly dismiss the opportunity for themselves and don't even attempt it. In spite of the fact that people have failed at this, how am I succeeding at this opportunity? There's another question you can ask yourself to help overcome that. It's irrelevant that other people have failed at the same thing that you're looking at to maybe create an income from home. I talk a lot about that because that's what I do, and a lot of people turn that down. A lot of people turn it down, but a lot of people decide to give it a shot. Why? Because they believe in their dreams. And they know others have failed at the same thing, but they continue trying, and they do it anyway in spite of that. Those people are rare, because only 5 or 10% of the people, and that's a high number, in this world become highly successful. And the great news is that it's by choice, and the bad news is that it's by choice. Number 5. Some people believe that not knowing how actually justifies not even learning, let alone trying at all. What does not knowing how have to do with you achieving your dream? Absolutely nothing, because knowing how is something you can learn to do. We all can learn what to do to achieve that which is inside of us that's saying, I want to do this. I want to have this. I want to become this. By the way, how do you like my funky shirt? There's all kinds of little computers on this, so I figured I'd wear this in this video. Just thought I'd throw that in there. But not knowing how is irrelevant to you even using a justification of that for not even desiring to learn how, let alone trying at all. A question that you can ask yourself is, why am I so good at learning that which I don't know how to do? That's a good question to ask yourself so that you can learn. Number 6 is, they don't have much money at all. So instead of believing that their dream is worthy of finding ways to raise the startup capital, it's easier to just immediately dismiss the opportunity. Nope, I don't have the money, so I guess I can't do this. Find the money. Raise the money to get started with your dream. The world is full of success stories of people who had zero money, and instead of going, nope, no, oh, it's going to cost money? Oh, no. Instead of doing that, because their dream is worth more to them, and they believe in themselves that they can achieve their dream if they learn how to do what they need to do to succeed, they say, how can I find the money, the capital to do this? What's it going to cost me? Right up front, $100? $200? What's it going to cost me to get all the training courses that I need to make this work for me? $5,000? $3,000? What's it going to cost me? I will raise the money and find it and do whatever it takes to make that happen so I can have the startup capital for my dream. That's it, period. But no, most people say, oh, this is going to cost how much? And they start taking their calculator out and figuring out how much money that they don't have, and make their decision based on that. That's the most stupid, ignorant, dream-stealing thought that any human being can put through their brain. I did that for years, so I was stupid and ignorant. Somebody's got to tell you, stop being stupid. Your dream is important enough to raise the startup capital you need to make it happen. Period. Why am I so good at raising the startup capital I need to begin on my dream? Ask yourself that question instead of just dismissing an opportunity just because you don't have the funds right away to get started or to continue it. How much a month did you say this was going to cost me? I've heard people say. What does it matter? It's your dream. Figure it out. Find the money and do it. Oh, that costs money? Nope. Change that thinking. Your dream is more important than that, isn't it? Number 7. People get really good at talking themselves out of an opportunity, or even worse, letting others talk them out of it. How long have you been letting people steal your dreams? Or even watching television, that person who's speaking doesn't even know you, but they're telling you something negative about you going after your dreams in life. Oh, there's too many scams out there and you could get scammed. Yes, you could get scammed. Give me a break. That's the lamest excuse in the world. Talking yourselves out of an opportunity to achieve your dream is sheer stupidity. How do I know that? Because I did it for many years. That's why. So I decided one day to stop being stupid. And as a result of that, hey, in the last few years, my results aren't typical, okay? Look at my average earnings disclosure on my websites, but my wife and I have earned just under $500,000 in the past few years. As a result of me choosing not to be stupid anymore, finding capital when I need it, and people will say to me, and I'm going back to this again, but I'm going to say it again.
Yeah, but you don't understand. You don't understand my situation. I don't have money, and I don't have anywhere I can find it.
Yes, you do, You just believe you can't, and so whatever you believe is true. When you start believing that you can, you will. By asking yourself positive questions. Why am I so good at finding the money I need to raise the capital and to run my business? You will. Trust me. I don't trust you. I don't know you. Well, it doesn't matter if you know me or not. You're going to hear this or shut the video off. Either way, I don't care. That's the question to ask when people get really good at talking themselves out of opportunities or letting others talk them out of it. Number 8 is when people get stuck or encounter a roadblock, instead of turning that roadblock into a stepping stone or a learning experience, they simply stop. They quit. I've had so many people over the years in my teams who, when they got stuck and they encounter a roadblock, they stop calling me. They avoid me like the plague. They just simply quit and slowly bow out and just don't do anything anymore with their business. Why do they do that? Because they haven't asked themselves this question. Why am I so good at turning obstacles into stepping stones? Why am I so good at learning from mistakes and failures and challenges and problems that I have in life? Ask yourself that question. Even though, what do you mean good at solving challenges in life? I'm not good at solving challenges. When you ask yourself that question, why you are good at it, you will reach into your subconscious and figure out and see answers to that question on why you're so good at solving challenges and problems in your life. The easiest thing that people can do is either say no to an opportunity or get started and see how it goes. That lack of belief is a recipe for failure. Or they just get started and then they stop and quit and look for something else because something didn't bring them $1,000 in a week and a half. I did the same thing. That's why I'm talking about it. I'm guilty of the same things, everything I'm talking about here. But I learned, thank God, over the years that we have a choice on what we believe. And we can change what we believe like this. Just ask yourself the right questions. Number 9, the easiest thing for people to do is to say no to the very opportunity that would change their lives forever. And if they went as far as getting started, the easiest thing to do is not take continuous action, blame their failures on everything but themselves, and then quit. And that's what people do. That's a big reason why people keep believing that they'll fail. And these 9 reasons that I talked about today are something that not only you want to think about, but you want to change those beliefs. Change, growth, and modification are inevitable characteristics of an effective human being. Why is it easy to say yes to opportunity? Ask yourself that question. Why is it easy to say yes to an opportunity that will change my life forever? Why is it easy for me to continually take action to achieve my dream, no matter what challenge, problem, or failure, which is temporary, that I encounter? Why is it so easy for me to continue and to never give up? Ask yourself those questions. Getting started and keeping going are the 2 biggest roadblocks that people have. And they allow what they've been programmed to believe to dictate their actions or lack of actions. And they justify it in their own mind to themselves and to you and to others. Is success possible for you? Absolutely it is. Success is possible for you. Do you believe you can succeed at something that others have tried before and failed? Of course you can, because proof of that is all over the world. Do you allow people that you love and respect to talk you out of pursuing your dream? Or do you do it in spite of the dream stealers anyway? Do you? I mean, ask yourself that question. Do you know people that failed at the same thing and so you dismiss the opportunity for yourself? Why? What's that got to do with anything? Not knowing how is irrelevant, isn't it, to trying and learning. It's totally irrelevant. You don't have much money? Well, so what? Find it, raise it, get it. Somebody you knew were dying and you need to raise X amount of money to keep them alive, you would do it. So don't tell me you can't raise the money. And don't dismiss it. Don't say, you don't understand my situation, Kevin. Yes, I do, because I've been broke. I was broke for at least a few decades. I understand the situation. I know what our thoughts do to us when we're broke. We think we can't do anything, including raise the money that we need to get started in something that'll help us achieve our dream. Simply change that belief. Why am I good at raising money to start the quest to my dream? Talk yourselves into an opportunity, not out of it. And worst of all, don't let others talk you out of it. Who pays your bills? You or them? When you encounter roadblocks, you're really good at consulting and counseling with those who have hit those same roadblocks and get ideas on how you can work your way through it so that it doesn't stop you from continuing the quest to your dream. Say yes to the opportunity that'll change your life forever. And when you get started, just vow to continue no matter what, because you're good at being persistent. Why am I so good at being persistent? Ask yourself that question. Blame your failures on yourself. Learn from it, change what you're doing, and move on. Kim and I are looking for people that want their dream and are willing to do whatever it takes without violating the rights of others to either raise the capital to get started or to take the actions necessary continually without ever quitting to achieve that dream. If you're one of those people who has a dream and you're sick and tired of blaming others and of thinking that you can't succeed, start giving yourself reasons to keep believing that you will succeed, and you will. Click the link below and join us. This is Kevin Souza, and you make it a wonderful day.